Hello everyone, it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft, and today I have a very special video. We are celebrating 500 subscribers for Peacecraft Love, and so there are several of us crafters who are participating in this hop. You can see the full list in the description box below. Basically, we were challenged for this to create a layout doing like a pick five type of thing. If you want to play along and do the pick five, that's totally fine too, or you can go to Peacecraft Love's YouTube video for this, see what she created and scrap lift her. So I decided to instead of scrap lifting her, I decided I was going to do the pick five because that really is a big challenge for me, because I feel like, and Anna said this too, so many times we scrap lift other people, and it is nice to like have a challenge that's a little bit something different. So I wrote down the pick five right there on that little post-it, and what I had to include in the layout was texture paste, and I decided like I was going to use gesso, white gesso, a stencil, a squirrel, that's kind of different, coffee, and the colors aqua or blue. So I get all five on this layout. It seems weird, but I'm gonna get it done. And before I go into telling you the pieces that I'm using, you can see that I'm taking that 12 by 12 strip of paper, and I'm trying to take that 12 by 12 strip of paper, and I'm like, why are they shorter than this white cardstock? Because there was the branding strip still on the cardstock that was making the cardstock longer than it needed to be. So once I cut that off, everything fit just nicely. But I was very confused at the beginning of doing this layout. I will get to the mixed media in a second. First, I want to try to make sure that I have the elements I need. There's a squirrel on that tag. It's from a Simple Stories collection. The coffee cup I fussy cut out of a 3x4 cut apart that I think was also from a Simple Stories collection. And they're going to make sense, sort of, because these are photos, outdoor photos, okay? So like we're in the woods, squirrels live in the woods, and we were at a maple sugaring event, and so my daughter got to taste maple sugar, and she tasted it from the bucket, fresh from the tree, and then we also tasted what the maple syrup what the sap boils down into. So we have, cups of maple syrup. So I was like, the coffee cup kind of makes sense here because we're drinking something in these photos. So that's how I'm incorporating that. You can already see that I have blue and aqua on this page because of both of the tags. There's a blue bird on the squirrel tag. There's sort of an aqua polka dot color up at the tag at the top. So those three things, squirrel, coffee, aqua blue, those are taken care of right away. The mixed media is where the texture paste and the stencil are going to come into play. So I've got everything placed, like I know what I want the design to be. Now I have to move everything so that I can do my mixed media. So for this white gesso is actually from the Crafters Workshop. That's the brand that I have. I also have a clear gesso. I think that's from Prima. I don't really use the clear gesso that much. I think I bought it because I thought like I needed to have gesso in my stash, and they didn't have any white, so I was like, I'll just do clear, but like I never use it. I don't know, but it looks white. I guess it just sort of dries clear. It's been so long since I've opened it up. It might even be all dried out. I have no idea how long gesso was supposed to last, but this white gesso I've had for a long time too, and it has not dried out, so that's always nice. So I just went over that stencil, the plus sign stencil, which again is Simple Stories. I have a lot of Simple Stories here, and you can see that you can kind of tell from here that it does pop up the white against the white. But I wanted to do some misting sprays just to kind of add some color to it and also make it stand out a little bit more. I like the white on white look, but especially if I'm going to be putting some photos and other things on top of it, I do want you to be able to see the depth and dimension of the white little gesso plus signs. And of course, I pulled a color of misting spray, which I really like, and it's clogged. So that was annoying. However, I was able to use it for splattering. It's the blue color that you see there. And then I used an orange Tim Holtz Distress Oxide color I just literally just sprayed it onto the cardstock. And this is just Basil cardstock. I didn't use Vicki Boutin foundation paper. The cardstock came in a Paper Issues page kit, so it was kind of already there with those Simple Stories tags, and so I just decided to go ahead and use that, and it worked pretty well, holding up with the with all the misting spray and the mixed media. So I'm just checking off all of the pieces here. I used a stencil, I used a texture paste, gesso, and I've got my mixed media all done. So I'm kind of trying to let that air dry while I ink all the edges of all of my pieces, all my tags and my embellishments and things. And now I'm going to cut my photos down because I realized that they are 4x6, but they're really, it's big, and it's a little big, especially with all the mixed media there. Again, I don't want to cover up too much of the mixed media, so I decided I'm going to cut the photos down. I think I do, am I doing 3.5x5? I think that's what I'm doing. You know, the old standard size from the 90s. I don't know when it like switched to 4x6 being the standard size. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know when. But yeah, now everything, you know, is 4x6 unless you specifically request it to be a different size. I don't even think like most places print 3.5x5 anymore. Persnickety Prints does, but I don't think like you can't go to Walmart or Walgreens or anything like that and get 3.5x5 prints. But anyway, I'm dating myself. Those were back in the days when like you would print singles, but sometimes you would also order doubles because you might want to like give a photo to a friend, or like your mom might want to put her photos in her album and then you'd put some in your album. And it was like a really big thing to get like free doubles. Anyway. All right, so now I'm just backing the photos. I cut them down to a smaller size, and then I wanted to add a little bit of extra patterned paper. So I took some of green Doodlebug Designs Petite Prints paper, and I just backed it. One side had like dark green with white polka dots, and the other side was white with the green polka dots. So I did one photo on the dark green side and one photo on the white with green polka dot side. So now it's time to, I think I might have even broken out my heat tool to kind of help dry all of this a little bit more. But now it's dry and it's time to start adhering everything down. And you can see I tried to do something a little different. I was like, maybe the photo should go down a little bit lower and overlap that yellow strip. And then I didn't like that because it covered up all the mixed media that was down there. So I said, nope, I'm not going to do that. We're going to keep the design the way that I had envisioned it in the beginning. Of course, I needed to layer them in a different way, so I had to peel that stuff back up. And then I did go ahead and I pulled a few more extra embellishments. So I had a couple more outdoor ephemera pieces from that Simple Stories collection, a tree, what might be a pine cone or a porcupine or a hedgehog. I'm not totally sure what that little brown thing is supposed to be, but I threw it in here anyway. And then there's a leaf and a heart. And I'm just kind of like rearranging sort of the placement of those tags. I know that's not exactly how I had them in the beginning, but I like the grouping of them in this way. And I stuck them all down behind the two photos, and then I'm going behind them and adding in the adhesive squares. Sometimes I like to place things first so I know where they want to be, and then I very carefully get the adhesive in behind them. I got to make sure that the adhesive is going to stick on top of that mixed media there too. So yeah, and I will be adding in a couple of foam dots to pop up some of these embellishments. And I realized that I hadn't inked all of the extra little pieces. So I needed to go ahead and do that. There's some foam dots there for that leaf. I decided I wasn't going to put it at the bottom. I was going to bring it up to the top because those tags needed a little something extra. And then I'll just move a couple other things around, put some foam dots behind that coffee cup. And move the blue heart up and over. So if you don't know, Piececraft Love here on YouTube, she's got a Mix It Up Monday hop every month. This is a special hop to celebrate her getting 500 subscribers. So definitely head over to her channel, and if you're not subscribed to her yet, do so, because she's got a lot of mixed media inspiration and she runs her own online store. And follow along in the description box for everybody who's participating in today's hop. And speaking of subscribers, if you are subscribed to my channel, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you here watching this whole video. And let me know down in the comments what your favorite outdoor activity is. And if you are new to the channel, also leave me a comment and welcome, and consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on process videos, scrapbook hauls, layout shares, and a lot more. Every Tuesday I post a process video, and then I have a variety of random process videos throughout the month depending on what challenges and hops I'm participating in. So yeah, I'd love to have you as part of my Cook Scrap Craft YouTube community. So I'm adding in a few little other pieces. I've got some enamel dots that are also in like a dark blue color. I thought those would go really well since I have the dark blue heart. The title I'm doing right now, I know it's yellow on yellow, and so you can't really see it in this video, but I assure you, you can see it when you're looking at this layout close up. And I went with the yellow because I really like those alphas, the Bella Boulevard Florence alpha stickers, and they were kind of like at the top of my pile. They were part of this Paper Issues page kit, so I wanted to use them. I really love them. I have them in pink and orange too, but I know I'm running out of letters in the pink and the orange, so I just went with the yellow. I was like, I'm not even going to try to make it all work, although I could have probably mixed and matched, and that would have worked. But anyway, when you have enough alphas, you just go with what you have, and yeah. So now I'm just doing the journaling down at the bottom, just to kind of write about what is happening in these photos. I have other photos from this event, so I'll be doing another layout using those as well. But this one, since these were kind of like the same thing, the taste testing from the tree, I just decided to put those together, and then I'll do it. I'll do another layout with the rest of the photos, and kind of make that layout more of the introduction to this event for the scrapbook. This is going to be like like the second page, the bonus page. I think I originally wanted to do a 2-page layout with these. Finding the supplies to do 2-page layouts, I think at this time when I was making this process video, was not always easy, and I wanted to be able to use up some of the supplies that I had. So 1-page layout it is. That's totally fine. And I'm going to add a little bit of twine down at the bottom just for a little bit of extra dimension and visual interest. I had this white and orange twine and some white and yellow twine, and I'm just adhering it to the back of my layout with some washi tape that I got from Dollar Tree. So you can use, I love the cheap washi tape because you can use it as washi tape as decoration on your layout, or you can use it to like stick stuff down on the back of your page. Perfect for ribbons and twine and that type of thing. So that is my layout. There are going to be some close-ups to follow so you can see things in a little bit more detail, especially how great that gesso works with the stencil. Again, I will remind you, I showed it in this video, but I didn't talk about it. Wipe down your stencils with baby wipes. Baby wipes are a great tool to always have in your scrap room. So that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope it was inspiring, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!